Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. That's Dalitha. I am Travis. It is Friday. That means it is time for the Smacketh Runneth Over. Down.
Yeah, that. All that good garbage.
Okay,
This is the go-home show for the Backlash pay-per-view that's happening tomorrow, if anybody's interested in watching it.
Jacob Fatu and what's his name?
Solo Sequoia.
Solo.
Are going up against Damian Priest and LA Knight.
Solo the Boring-O.
Or they're all going against each other. I don't know.
They're going to snug.
I think it's a tag team match.
Tonight.
Anyways, Brandon
it's a fatal
Stevens
four-way
is in the
tomorrow.
chat. Hey, Brandon says, hey, Wrestling Gab. Hey, Brandon. How's it going?
How's it going with you?
Fine.
How's the air blowing on you?
Fine.
Good.
Oh, no.
He said no.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Good boy.
Jacob Fatu doesn't know how to put his clothes on because he's like crisscross. The Daddy Mac will make you jump.
Because he puts them on backwards.
Yeah. He puts his pants in the back with a little slide. Because inside out is wiggity wiggity whack.
Big ol' wax. The only thing I don't like about the Plex thing for us when you share it is that it doesn't keep the movie for you to go back to and watch it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. It's just that I had to reset it.
No, I meant like...
For the Revenge of the Nerds or whatever you were watching with the guy that eats people's faces.
Right.
Hannibal Lecter. Oh, there's way more than that was on there when I first was in here. It's still going. It was 2188. So that's
Not atmospheric change.
No.
It's atmospheric change, but
It's a good one.
I wanted to say ass
A lot of people like to say ass.
instead of ats.
Kenna's got a sore on her butt.
Not sores on her butt.
Yeah.
Is it a big boil?
Uh-huh. She doesn't know what to do about it. Told her to put some drawing salve on it. Then I came up with the idea, why don't you just stab it with one of my needles?
No, absolutely not. Don't do that.
That would be perfect.
No, it'll spread. If it's infected, it'll spread the infection. You don't.
To where? To your butt.
So what you do is you put a warm compress on them.
What about drawing salve?
You can put
Denver mud.
Prid or Denver mud
What the
on
hell's
it.
Prid?
It's a drawing salve.
That's cool. Sounds like something I've heard of before. Prid.
You might have. A lot of people probably have talked about it. It's really old.
Yeah, we called it Denver mud, maybe.
Maybe. Piccolo's in the chat too. Hey, Piccolo says hello. Hi,
Hello.
how are ya?
Play games
Gabbers
with
of
me.
the new school.
Play games with me.
New school.
Because I'm going to be here for like an hour, and then I'm leaving. Delete that, do the whole show by herself.
Yep. The rest of it all by myself.
I have a headache, and I don't want to talk.
All by myself.
Did you want to do puns? Those ones are hard. That game is terribly hard. It's like for 50-year-old
Smart people?
Ivory League students.
Ooh,
That's what it says right there in the box. See? For ages Ivy League and older.
I don't think that's what it says, but we can pretend. Picole's like already nodding off. Well, you know, it's kind of boring. Oh, Damian Priest is going to run around. They're like, hey, we got rid of that one guy that runs. We need you to run now a little bit.
I feel like I'm too retarded for puns. To be honest, I don't even know what pun is.
What do you mean?
That.
I don't know if it's really a pun. I don't know why they call it a pun.
Took his head clean off.
I think what they mean by a pun is because the answer is a pun towards what the question is.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. So,
yeah.
Picture in picture with weirdos.
So what movie did you watch today?
I was watching Silence of the Lamb.
And then when you went back to it, it wasn't there?
I haven't gone back to it, but I'll try. Pickle says, do you want to go celebrity version? I can attempt, you know, recognizable movie or TV stars.
Yeah, but make sure it's recognizable, like 2010
So
period, like before that.
So here's
Because
the question.
Anybody that's after that, I don't know.
So here's the question. And the answer is a pun
I get
of
it,
something
but I don't even know
within
what
the
a pun
question,
is. I
okay?
have to Google puns.
Like,
Exactly. You
you'll
don't
get
even
it.
know of him.
How did the picture end up in jail? So think of a picture in jail. What happened? How did it get there?
You can talk to me like I'm 3, which is fine. I don't mind. It's not going to help me understand how a picture got to jail. I'm too literal with my brain. It doesn't work. So there's nothing that'll work.
Well, when you think of a picture,
What, like a picture, like a
like a picture,
I know.
you know,
So
on the wall.
I get it. So that's in jail.
Okay, but how did it get there?
Because it's so good, it's illegal.
So, you know those pictures you got of your people?
Yeah.
What are we trying to, what are we going to get to put them in?
Oh, because they were framed?
There you go. That's what I mean by a pun. So, like, ha ha ha, picture, how did it end up in jail? It was framed.
Yeah.
They're like really corny dad jokes.
Well, no, I get it. I just don't understand. Like, my brain doesn't work that way.
Know why you shouldn't be intimidated by advanced math?
Okay, so advanced math is trigonometry.
Yeah, what's something they use in trigonometry? They even have a whole day dedicated to it.
Pi.
So,
No.
Here's the question again. Know why you shouldn't be intimidated by advanced math?
Because it's pi?
Easy.
Oh, it's easy as pie. See? It's just...
We're getting there, though. You're getting better. Okay. Anyways, Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris says, hey, guys. Been hearing rumors that Goldberg coming for Gunther. Fuck off. As Chris says, they were framed. Yeah. All right, here you go. What do you call a soldier who survived mustard gas and pepper spray?
Hot dog?
So, a soldier, okay,
Yeah.
mustard
I know, I get the
gas
mustard
and pepper.
Right.
What are those things?
A soldier?
Yeah, like what is mustard and pepper?
Well, that's food.
But what is it usually
a
called?
condiment?
Okay, kind of, but
Side?
more flavoring type thing.
Salt and pepper.
But
Flavoring.
but you use it as a
add-on.
flavor enhancer.
Right.
Seasoning.
Seasoning.
Okay.
So, soldier.
So a soldier. So what do you call a soldier who survived mustard gas and pepper spray? We have a day that celebrates soldiers.
Veterans. Seasoning?
Seasoned veteran.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See? Dude.
P. Cole is a seasoned veteran himself. Good one. Yes.
Literally like watching a retard do arithmetic.
Why? It's easy as pie. They're back from that picture-in-picture, guys. This is that tag team match that they're having. Oh, is it a Fatal 4?
No, tomorrow it will be.
Oh.
It's a pre... My brain doesn't work at all anyway, so fuck it.
It's a tag team match right now.
That is
Solo
a teaser
Sequoia
for tomorrow's pay-per-view, which is called The Backlash.
Solo Sequoia and that Fatu guy against LA Knight and Damian Priest. Did you hear about the guy who's addicted to brake fluid?
Oh, okay. Did I hear? So something to do with noise, and then a dude, and then brake fluid. And brake fluid could be...
What do people usually say when they're addicted to something and you're like, you shouldn't do that? And they're like, well, I can...
Stop anytime.
He claims he can stop anytime he wants.
And again.
And
I don't know if I'll ever be able to get these. I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, like, I like how these people think. This is a great way of thinking. I just don't think I was ever taught it.
How does Moses make his tea?
The bush. Burning bush.
What is he?
A prophet?
No,
or
what it...
a messiah? He's a king. A prince.
What religion?
Christian?
Moses?
Jew.
Okay. What do they usually call? Jewish. What is the other word for
Hebrew.
Jewish? So what does he do with tea?
He brew it?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
Pickle is like, this is yuck yuck.
Yeah,
Robbie would
terrible.
love it. He loves these stupid things.
Yeah,
like,
he'd be
he
good
is
at
so dad joke things. He puts them in here all the time. It's funny.
I obviously can't figure these out. And these are supposed to be family level, meaning children.
Yeah, these are like fun puns for children. All right. Did you hear about the guy who stayed up all night to see where the sun went?
Alright, so sun goes away, so it's dark. He stays up all night. All night means darkness. All night means... I have no idea.
What happens when you stay up and what? What happens in the morning with the sun?
Well, it rises.
Yeah, but what is it called? What time of day?
Dawn?
Okay. So, did you hear about the guy who stayed up all night to see where the sun went?
Up, dawn, wake. Good. No idea.
It suddenly dawned on him.
Jesus. See? I mean, like, nothing. We got retards in here. But I'm staying fresh, like I want you to do it. I just didn't realize.
Oh, he
how
finally
fast.
got him with a move. Go LA Knight.
Got it.
What? How did he do that?
We'll hit him with the BFT.
I thought Solo was so great he didn't
No,
have
Solo's
that stuff happen to
trash.
him.
He'll probably win tomorrow, though.
All right. How come this girl said she recognized me from the vegetarian club?
Okay, vegetarians are weirdos. But they wouldn't say that in a book. So, vegetarian knows me because I shop at the same stores. I have no idea.
I had never met an herbivore. I had never met her before.
Her before.
How come this girl said that she recognized me? I never met her before. A herbivore.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
That's a play on words.
No, I get it.
A pun is a play on words. A strange thing happened as I was reading a book about anti-gravity.
You gotta rise.
Close.
You gotta rise out of it.
What happens when something's so good that you just can't...
Stop. I couldn't stop rising.
I'm going to keep this here and I'm never going to...
Let it go.
Closer.
Let it... Never let it go.
Never put it down. I couldn't put it down. A strange thing happened as I was reading a book about anti-gravity.
I couldn't put it down.
I couldn't put it down.
Fuck, dude. Like, they don't even make sense to me until I get the full answer.
That's funny.
Like, nothing. There's nothing. And then I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like, nothing. It does not. Wait, why is Drew McIntyre? He wasn't in this match.
He went out there and beat up people and took
So is he
stuff.
the fifth member of the match?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Is Solo Sequoia involved? Yeah, see, Solo's not involved. He
Oh,
was just out there as
Solo.
part of their tag team thing. The 4 people involved are LA, Drew, and Damian, and the guy who has it. So...
I have a special type of autism.
So my mom always had this joke when I was younger. This is why. Let's go see that. Oh, our truth.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
No yeet.
We can't hear you. So my mom had this joke when I was younger. She would say it all the time. What are your 3 favorite vegetables out of the garden?
That's a joke. I don't know. Peas, carrots.
It's a dirty joke.
That's
It was a dirty joke for being a kid. It was a pretty dirty joke.
because they're all dirty.
No. Lettuce, turnip, and pea.
Let us turn up and then just pee.
So, as a kid, that was pretty funny because
Yeah.
it was about peeing. Okay, did you hear that they put on a big theatrical performance about puns?
A theatrical
Mm-hmm.
movies.
So what is a theatrical performance usually? I go to them
play.
sometimes. Okay.
Play.
And then what are these things on the card? Just
Letters.
individually.
Letters, words.
So
Wordplay.
it would be a,
Wordplay.
say it the opposite.
Play words. Play on words.
There you go. It was a play on words.
This has got to be comical for people at home watching it. Like, they got to be like, are you fucking kidding me? What's funny is I'm not even nervous or embarrassed or anything. Like, it's cool. Kenna, come here and get one of these. I want to see if your brain can figure it out. Mine is stumped. And these, like, I feel dumb.
Your autism has been showing this whole time.
I know.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I was shocked when the doctor told me I had type A blood.
What am I supposed to say?
It's like a pun. So the answer would be like a play on words. So I was shocked when the doctor told me I had type A blood. So you were shocked about it, so why would you be shocked?
I don't get it.
Because you're AB negative?
Because it's wrong, so it would be,
Incorrect.
but think of it in blood type pun.
AB negative.
Wait, what was it again?
I was shocked when the doctor told me I had type A blood.
I was
That
A.
would be negative?
It was a typo. See, you listen to your dad.
Alright, let's keep going.
Okay, here's another one.
Where are you even watching it at?
It's on full-blown commercial.
Oh.
There was a match on just a minute ago. Do you know why the Indians were here first?
'Cause-
This is bad, but it's funny shit.
Good thing I'm an Indian. Alright, what do we got? Do we know why they were here first?
Do you know why the Indians were here first?
Oh, Jesus. Something to do with...
It's a pun. It's a play on things.
Right, so Indians, Redskins, the...
Nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Not
Wait,
that kind of play on
first-
words.
First... Is there Chiefs? Braves?
What happens when you're like, I want to go to this exclusive restaurant, and you call them up to make
Reservations.
So, do you know why the Indians were here first?
Because they made
reservations.
Because they have reservations.
Head blocked.
Exactly. Like, that one might be a little inappropriate. If you're sensitive.
You know, the funnier thing about that is I've heard that one.
Yeah.
before.
Okay, here's another one. I can't believe what our teacher did after our class trip to the Coca-Cola factory.
did she do?
What was the worst thing they could ever do in school when you first came into class?
Be late?
What was the worst thing a teacher could do when you walked into class? The first thing they would do to you?
Ask your name?
Something you weren't ever expecting.
Pop quiz?
Pop quiz. She gave us a pop quiz.
Oh.
Play on words.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Pop quiz. All right. Did you hear that the Energizer Bunny got arrested?
Dear God. Because he's going and going. Why would he get arrested? Because he was framed, he was jailed, he was... I don't know, something.
When you get arrested, they do what to you?
Detain you?
Okay, but in order to arrest you, they have to...
Read you your rights. Handcuff you.
There's a reason. They have to have a reason.
Oh, okay. Duracell. Or is it Energizer? It's Energizer.
Energizer. Did you hear what the Energizer Bunny got arrested? Did you hear that the Energizer Bunny got arrested? But why did he get arrested? What happens to people when they get, before they get arrested? They get...
Charged?
Okay.
He was wrong.
And then what did he get
He
charged with? He's an Energizer Bunny.
He got charged.
What does he represent?
Battery.
Oh, he
There you
got
go.
charged with battery.
Jesus Christ.
They charged him with battery.
I told you, man. This is the worst.
Yeah, they're kind of really hard.
This is a family game, like for kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't really make any sense.
It's like for, hilarious jokes for the whole family. Ages 7+.
So you're actually, it's like the game is to guess what the other side is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a word teaser. It's a fun puns. So you listen to the question or statement, and then something in this statement, there would be a word or pun, so something that would play off of it's a play on words, right?
Yeah.
So the Energizer Bunny represents batteries, but why did he get arrested? Well, he was charged. You charge batteries.
Right.
He was charged with a battery.
Jesus. Look at that redhead behind them.
Oh.
Wow, she is very redheaded.
Very ginger.
She looks like a... Look at his beard.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I can't imagine who her dad is.
Hon, let's find your dad. He's right there.
See
Oh.
that pale ginger man? You mean he's not Sheamus? No,
Selena Vega.
but close.
Oh, I love her. I
Oh.
think.
I like all of them.
Oh, God.
Wait, isn't it the girl that wears like the really harsh eye makeup? Or no?
Mm-mm.
I like that one.
Rhea?
The one that like everybody thinks is gay.
Rhea Ripley?
Yeah.
They think she's gay? She's married
Yeah, I know.
to a dude.
Okay, but do you see the way she acts and looks?
Yeah.
She's definitely lesbian.
It's funny because she never looked like that before. It's pretty funny.
She's trying to get her title back.
Robbie says, "D with these terrible jokes. They're just the same ones you do, Robbie. It's fine. You like these. I'm just playing you while you were gone."
Selena Vega is 5 feet of beauty.
Oh my gosh, she's tiny.
Yeah, she's like tiny as fuck, dude. I bet you anything she has like heeled shoes on too, which is even funnier.
Pathetic. You don't understand.
You have 0 girlfriends? Did you hear about the woman who woke up with a beard?
Oh, sorry.
Did you hear about the woman who woke up with a beard?
She... What's another word for beard?
No different words.
Well, beard...
What happens with beards? What do they do?
Shave.
No, what do they do?
Itch.
What'd you say, McKenna?
Grow.
Exactly. It grew on her.
Chelsea Green. Thank you for being on my TV, Chelsea.
I like that she's like, I am in mourning, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna wear all black.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Chelsea Green, CG.
But Selena doesn't know who her person's gonna be, so it's Chelsea Green and Piper.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hmm.
You should let me read one to you.
I probably won't get him either.
Yeah, there's some
Oh,
more.
this whole time, you've been genius. Because you have the answer. Thought you knew all these.
I don't even know that word.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do.
All right, hit it.
Why are these like words so like big?
It's for
I
7.
want a different one actually.
They're for 7-year-olds.
I'm gonna read
We're
this.
talking about dinosaurs and
What do you call a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary? A thesaurus.
Thesaurus. Thesaurus.
It's a thesaurus. I didn't even know.
thesaurus is
I
a
just
book.
knew. Sorry.
Well, what you said, that one kind of got it. Plus, she said the word earlier.
Thesaurus.
What does it mean when you get a bladder infection?
What does it mean when you get a bladder infection?
It's actually funny when you
When you know what the answers are.
Okay, what does it mean when you have a bladder infection?
When you get one.
Oh, when you get one.
Yeah.
It means that it burns to pee.
That's perfect.
Burning,
Oh, okay. So
burning
puns.
itchy feeling.
Right. And the nether regions. All right. Okay, read it again.
What does it mean when you get a bladder infection?
What does it mean when you get a bladder infection?
It means you have a dirty urethra.
Good God, we're not being specific.
I told you, like, my brain does not work with creativeness. Like, it means that. Okay, pee.
When you get one.
That you're on the right track.
Get a bladder infection.
When you urinate.
You're close, Dad.
I don't know, what's another word for infection?
I don't know if there'd be anything to do with infection.
Yeah.
Maybe something like it's hard to urinate or something like that. Would be more like what the pun would be. Or it's hard to get something or...
It would suck if you got an infection, right?
Yeah.
Like, that would mean that, like... I kind of just want to say it. Like, it's so funny.
Just say it.
I'm not gonna get
It
it.
means you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
trouble.
See? That's what I mean.
Fuck, dude.
Those are fun.
We have somebody named Savage Kingdom in the chat. Hey, Savage says,
Good.
what is up? How you been doing? Great.
Fantastic.
What's up, Savage? Robbie says, Chelsea Green, LOL. Sophie is in the chat as well. Says, I'm at someone else's house because I don't have DirecTV or YouTube TV at the moment.
No.
Cody Rhodes is rumored to show up tomorrow night. Nice. Robbie says, why did the rabbit skip school? Here, this is another pun one.
Because he couldn't hop.
Why did the rabbit skip school?
Because he hopped it. I don't know.
What's another word for a rabbit, especially
hare.
in England? So what happens when you kind of don't want to go to school that day and use that word in it?
Hairline fracture. Heretic.
Think of it as a girl.
Harina.
They have them a lot sometimes.
You had a bad hair day.
Perfect.
Oh, Lord.
See, they're all right up Robbie's alley of the stuff he likes to post. So if it says there are plans for the Lucha Bros to reunite at some point, are you guys
Thank
going
God.
live tomorrow night? Yeah,
Yes,
for
we will be
WWE
here.
we'll be here. Okay. What does a clock do when it's hungry?
It strikes 12.
You do it sometimes with food that you really like.
Overeat.
But how do you do it?
The mouth.
Oh my God, dude.
Fork. Spoon.
Jesus Christ almighty.
I cook too much. Bigger eyes than my mouth. I don't know.
What do they normally call it? Think about a clock.
I know.
And
3
what do you have with a clock? Hours, minutes.
days, minutes, hours,
Days is
seconds.
crazy.
Okay, so what do you do when you...
Oh, I want seconds.
Fucking Jesus. You go back for seconds.
Jesus Christ.
I can't believe you said days.
Well,
On the clock.
I'm tired.
Think of a clock. What's on a clock? Hours, minutes, days. Yeah, days. I mean, some
say the
clocks might have
days.
days, I guess. I guess there are some clocks that have that little turnstile thing that says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Alistair Black,
Friday.
Carmelo Hayes tonight.
He's cute.
Alistair Black. He's married to that little
No,
girl.
Hayes.
The little
Carmelo
one that was
Hayes.
just there with the championship.
The black guy.
The other one
No.
is married to the girl that's coming out, the
Oh.
little one.
Good for him. It's pretty cool.
Nobody likes Mighty Mouse. He's like 5 foot tall.
Guess what you can do with a broken pencil?
Sharpen it. Write twice.
It's a broken pencil.
I know.
So
You
what
get-
happens when your pencil is broken? What do you usually have to do to your
Erase.
pencil?
Sharpen it.
Okay. So if it doesn't have one, you can't,
No sharpen.
right? So there's nothing
You can sharpen.
you can do with it because
Is dull.
it's pointless, just like you're pointless.
Oh my god. There's Selena Vega. Thank you for blessing my TV, Selena. Who's her friend?
Who's her friend that she got? Is it Natalia? Usually she's the only friend everybody has. The Invisible Woman. Oh, people are excited, so it must be somebody
It's Alexa Bliss.
that they like. Ah, jeez.
It's the blister.
She looks like Harley Quinn.
That's her gimmick. Haven't seen her since WrestleMania. Look how much bigger Bliss is than her. And
pretty
Bliss
fun.
is literally, her nickname is 5 Feet of Fury, the blonde.
That's funny. Did you hear about the dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac?
Insomniac means you can't sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. What does dyslexic mean?
Can't read.
Agnostic.
It's a religion.
So what did he do?
Wait, what was the question?
Did you hear about the dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac?
He couldn't read the Bible. Or he couldn't sleep because he was reading the
No
Bible.
idea. That's so many adjectives.
So, it's actually pretty funny. So, he stayed awake all night,
Mm-hmm.
wondering if there really is a,
God.
but backwards, because he's dyslexic.
A dog. He stayed awake.
There's
Oh.
no way anybody on the planet would get that.
Right? Chris says about Kross and Black tag team promos. Sophie says they released a bunch of talent to make room for new people on TV. Chris says Bliss, and he's like the shotties. Yeah, the shorties, all right. What did the scientist say who grew vocal cords in a
sh-
petri
Uh-oh.
dish?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that is.
A petri dish?
It's just a little
it's just-
plastic thing
You've
that
seen it in
scientists
movies
use.
where they look through a telescope. It's
Oh,
that
yeah.
glass.
Mm-hmm. So a petri dish. What did the scientists say who grew vocal cords in a petri dish? What do
Oh,
vocal cords help you do?
Talk.
He
He
didn't say
did more. He
anything.
talked double.
You're close with the talk, but it's a different word for it.
Talk. Rap.
What do you
Gab.
usually tell your dog if you want him to bark?
Speech.
Speak.
So if you're doing something in science and you're doing something in a petri dish, what are you trying to find? You're doing an experiment. You
Right.
get
Data.
another word for data.
Information.
Another word for information.
Knowledge?
Results.
Results.
So the results speak for themselves. Because it's vocal cords in a petri dish.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's cute.
Fuck, dude.
I really want to get one.
I know.
I'm so like...
And I don't want to know it. Like, oh, I've heard that one before. I want to, like, guess one.
Yeah.
Okay, Robbie's got one for you guys. Why don't leopards play hide and go seek?
Because they're too easy to spot.
Close.
Yeah, what did you say?
They're too easy to spot.
I was going to say they're too hard to spot.
They're always spotted. So she was way closer. They're too easy to spot. They're always spotted.
Yeah.
All right. There's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. So think of it in your head.
Positive and negative.
Right, but what does it look like? What does it look like? The numerator and a denominator in math.
And then there's a slash.
Okay, so what does that make it? What does that make that?
A fraction.
Okay, so there's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator.
Well, yeah.
So if it's a fine line, meaning that it's very small, not very many, and put fraction in it.
Half fraction.
It's the fraction of something.
Half.
Fraction of a price. Obviously, it's not that.
Slash and half fraction. Just a fraction of the cost.
That's what I just said, too.
Only a fraction of the people will get this joke.
Yeah, so we had, like, the concept.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was the answer. Only a fraction of the people will get that joke. There's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator.
That I would give that to us, not gonna lie.
Right. What's the weirdest thing that can happen when you try to eat healthy?
So trying to eat healthy.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing that can happen?
You don't try.
Think delusions.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was.
Fuck. Can't. Don't.
Think about you see things that aren't there, or you
Right.
heir things that aren't
Like
there.
a mirage.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like that.
Hallucination.
But think of food. And
Food.
yeah, that's not healthy, that you probably wouldn't eat.
Food that's not. Candy illusion. I have no idea.
A chocolate bar looks at you and snickers.
Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck?
That's so specific.
That one was very specific, but
Jesus Christ.
Sophie says, Bliss back. That was kind of a surprise.
Yeah, it was alright though.
I bet a lot of people were excited about it in the audience.
It's crazy how much bigger she is than Zelina. I didn't realize Zelina Vega's like 5'10". She's like a midget. Like a real
This is up McKenna's alley. She should know this stuff.
Ah.
Did you hear about the defibrillator that failed?
It wasn't very shocking. Is that it?
Pretty close. No one was shocked.
Oh.
That was good, Dad.
That was pretty good. You got really close. That's right, the closest one you got. All right, Robbie's got one for you guys. What did the policeman say to his nipple?
Cops say you're under arrest. Reggie your rights. Stick 'em up. haven't seen the blister for a minute. Oh, shit.
I have no idea.
He's kind of close with saying you're under arrest, so...
Okay. So, stick him up.
Right? But what does a policeman wear?
Uniform?
A vest.
A gun?
So, instead of saying you're under arrest...
You're under a vest.
You're under a vest?
Because he's talking to his nipple.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Robbie wants to know, Bliss, what value does she have?
She still has a pretty face.
I think she has 12 filters on it, even on the TV. Just kidding. All right. We all know Albert Einstein was a genius, but did you hear about his brother Frank?
He was geneless.
What would Frank's full name be?
Frankie Einstein.
Okay. What was he really?
Oh, Frankenstein.
He was a...
Monster?
Good job.
Frank Einstein?
But did you hear about his brother Frank? He was a monster.
Monster. That's it. No. Piper.
Robbie's like, fuck her face. She's terrible. Oh, God. Nobody wants to fuck her face, Robbie. That's just nasty, man.
Okay.
Did you hear about the job opening at the bicycle factory?
It was turning them out.
It's a good one, but not
It
quite.
was.
What if they were, like, hiring somebody?
They were.
It's a job opening.
Right.
I don't know.
The bicycle factory.
What was the question?
There it comes.
Did you hear about the job opening at the bicycle factory?
Or Chelsea. Okay. Sorry,
She's
I had
so
to watch that one.
white.
It's all right.
Yeah, okay, so there's a job opening at the bicycle station.
At the bicycle factory.
Okay, it's a factory, so it produces bicycles. There's an opening for a job, so they're hiring. And there's cycles, so they're turning out, they're spinning, they're... resumes, or spinning resumes, or turning resumes, turning... There's a high turnover?
Yeah, not quite.
Mm.
What kind of job or what kind of job is it? It's a job opening. So what is the job for?
Spoke installer. No fucking...
You're really close.
A spoken like a true bicyclist. I have no idea.
What's somebody that usually does PR for a company?
Spokesman?
There you go,
Oh.
spokesperson.
Jesus Christ!
Uh,
Let me hold your hand and walk you through this.
All right, Robbie's got one for you. I decided to host a party in space.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. So what do you have to do next?
Get up there, like take a rocket ship.
I decided to host a party in space.
So I...
What's your first step after you decide you're going to have a party?
You invite.
But before that.
You plan.
So
You
what's in
planned
space?
You plan it.
There you go. No, I just have to plan it.
There's
But like
Charlotte.
plan it.
She's built.
Yeah.
Those obliques are big.
You know why it's so dangerous to fight dinosaurs?
Yeah, because they're big. Because they're Tyrannosaurus. I have no idea. They're ginormous. They're ginormous.
It's nothing about their size.
Why is it so dangerous to fight a dinosaur?
Does it
Yeah.
have to do with
You know
being
why it's so dangerous to fight dinosaurs?
extinct?
Because they're extinct. Because they're old.
What eras are they from?
The Jurassic.
Okay, what happens in the Jurassic because you will get Jurassic-kicked.
Oh, Jurassic.
That one's a
Because they're
little
Jurassic. Dear God.
harder. Chris said, funny they get rid of people and Bliss comes back.
I know. I was just thinking that too.
Well, we already knew that was going to happen, guys.
Okay.
Don't even think that was not a reason why they start getting rid of people, by the way. Because they have to pay other people.
Let me ask a question, though. Who out of who was released brings more value than Alexa Bliss? Out of the ones that were released, obviously.
Out of the ones that were released, well, none of them, unless you put effort into the younger ones, like Cora Jade or something.
Yeah, I could see Cora Jade getting there. But she's so young that she can go off and come back.
Yeah.
Like, go make yourself somewhere else and then come back. She's like, I'm just going to go on OnlyFans and show off my new titties.
Right. Why is it only a 5-minute walk to the bar, but a 35-minute walk home?
Well, because you're stumbling, but...
So... it's close. What's another word for it? For stumbling?
Because you're tripping.
No, not like you're on drugs.
Not that. Because you stumbling, you're tripping, you're skilly wampus. I don't know. Fucking. You're.
Got me tripping. Oh.
You're stumbling, tripping, falling.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get any of these.
Falling?
The difference is staggering.
Oh, stagger. Fuck.
I mean, Chris says, Robbie has another one too, but I'll read Chris's comments first. Chris says, seems to me like they don't pay people if they don't appear, so they inflate their roster so they don't have to pay certain people on certain dates.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Sophie says, even though I'm at someone else's house, I'm still watching it by myself. It happens. Chris says, Shotzi could have. Sophie says Triple H was the one who made the final call on who got released. And Shotzi said in an interview they told her that she was going to be in a storyline with Chelsea Green. All right, Ravi's thing. What's the best way to make antifreeze?
Okay, the best way to make antifreeze is by... Fuck. This has got to be a ridiculous one.
Oh, it will be. You're going to hate yourself.
Because it doesn't freeze, so it's ice. It's ice cube. In a warm environment, like, can't have antifreeze in Texas or something.
What's the best way to make antifreeze?
Use warm water.
What's the best way to make someone freeze?
Put them in the freezer.
Take away a blanket. What's the best way to make antifreeze? Anti? Like if
Jesus.
So we'll say it how they would say it. Antifreeze, antifreeze.
Right.
What's the best way to make antifreeze?
You take a blanket away.
Take her blanket. Yeah. Yeah. You take her blanket. Gee whiz. How do most people react when they find out I'm a lousy electrician?
They're shocked.
You got it.
I got one.
Completely got it. Like, word for word.
Here, see if she gets it. Ready?
How do most people react when they find out I'm a lousy electrician?
They're shocked.
Yeah, they're shocked.
Oh, okay, that was easy. Yeah.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Watch your mouth.
Good job, Dad.
Woo! That was the hardest one so far.
So, are her friends not coming?
I don't know what happened. She ate, so they were going to go eat. So. Ken, are they not coming?
I don't know, I'll check. They are, I just don't know when.
Oh. So you had a snack to satiate yourself?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, I'm so full right now, so I was kind of hoping that they would take a long time. I just ate 3 tacos.
Oh, I thought maybe you just had one because I was like, oh, I tied myself over too.
No, I know. I put 3 in the microwave and I was like, oh wait, I'm actually about to go to Texas Roadhouse, and I was like, I won't eat all of them, and then I ate them.
You're like, these are
Those are pretty good.
They're so good, and I put sour cream and Frank's on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
I bet you that is. There's green stuff in there that's the same stuff.
Yeah, but the Frank's is just. Nothing.
I need to try that.
Yeah, no, it's so worth it. It made it like probably 10 times better. It's so good.
Sophie says Ricochet say that WWE ruined his love of wrestling.
Oh.
Oh, bummer.
Too bad. Although he's doing really good where he's at, so he must have found some love.
Chris says, wow, unfucking believable. So they released Shotzi and put Bliss in her place she was going to be in. Probably. Chris says Cena versus Orton is like Goku and Vegeta. It's a lifelong rivalry.
To be honest, Bliss doesn't need to be in wrestling.
Yeah, Bliss should just go the
And
fuck
I'm not
away
being
and stay
a
away.
dick or a hater or anything. She's older. She doesn't belong there now. She has a family.
Her gimmick's stupid.
There's nothing. That gimmick's old. Nobody cares about it. No one. Like, no one in this chat cares. No one you can find can care. But anyways, here comes the queen.
And I know they get excited about it because
So
they're like,
is that-
oh, it's Bliss.
Is that a
but
tag?
really,
Like she bought it and it's just still on there?
I don't know,
like on her
sweetie.
pocket?
Maybe? I have no idea if that's the case. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if it... Or if it's just a decoration. Maybe it's a bag or... I don't know.
So
Maybe
she has
it's
like a
more
bikini
bling.
bottoms on
I guess.
under it? Or are they the pants and they tie and they just have a higher underwear looking line?
Maybe she's wearing a bikini under her outfit. The top is like doubled too, so I don't know. I have no idea. Anyways, Robbie says, so this pay-per-view, what can we accept? Or did you mean expect? I think he meant expect. Yeah.
All I know is I want Charlotte to be a champion.
Chris is like, here comes Char, and then Pico's like, so Char is going through her emancipation phase. Yeah, she looked this way when she looked this way before she broke her knee, by the way. She was really skinny. It's kind of creepy, actually. Like, almost too skinny.
Emaciation?
Mm-hmm.
He said emancipation.
Well, that's what he said. Emancipation phase.
Oh.
Well, maybe. Free from the robes. She's going Britney, bitch. Yeah, I guess so. She's having her cray-cray time. That makes sense, too.
If
Chris
she
says-
shaves her head, I'm not watching.
Chris says, but I would like to see Mariah May versus Bliss before she leaves, like as a send-off. Or Timeless versus Bliss.
Okay, so they're actually like, they're really stupid.
Oh, no.
Guess what car they're driving in right now?
The one that only has
That
two
convertible?
seats.
Zach's car. They thought that my car was ready. And I was like, yeah, no, the battery's like actually not even in the vehicle right now, so
Yeah.
that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Can I drive your car?
Yeah. If you want more than 2 people in there, though, you'll have to
Clean the
shit
back seat.
out of the back seat because there's a whole bunch of crap in there.
Okay, I'll do that.
I mean, like, there's just boxes of... I mean, Travis can go help you at 7 o'clock if you want to go help her real quick.
Okay, I'll be out there in a second. I'm going to watch the Charlotte thing and then I'll be out.
It's so crazy, too, because Shelby has a 5-seater, Micah has a 5-seater, and they're in Zach's coupe.
So there's...
So are they
Three
coming...
of them in
Three
one
of them,
seat.
So Micah is literally sitting on Shelby's lap.
Is
I
he
know.
the smaller one?
Yeah, no, because Shelby, she kind of got a little chunky, and Micah's really skinny, so.
Yeah.
But actually, you should see Micah. Have you seen Micah before? You haven't? Oh, yeah, I guess you haven't. Oh my god, you haven't seen Shelby either.
I don't think he's ever...
That's crazy, because
Seen her in
like,
that
Shelby's
show.
like my best friend.
Yeah.
But Micah used to be, like, he's like, imagine just like a really skinny white boy. Like, that's what he is. He is, like, getting massive. Like, they're getting married. They're engaged, so they're getting married, like, after this summer. And he's been, like, going to the gym, and so is Shelby, so she can lose weight, and he's going to so he can gain weight. Dude, he looks like a freaking Dorito. Like, he's short, like, he's, like, 5'7". He's, like, your height. And he's, like, your height. Sorry to expose you to everybody, but he's, like, big and beefy. He literally looks like a triangle.
That's
That's
funny.
funny.
I'll go clean out your car.
Travis will come help you in a minute, hon. I just don't know if you want to, I'm just trying to think how much crap's in there.
I don't know. She's...
And whether or not you want to put it all the way in the back. She's not going to be able...
Feed the chickens anyways.
Yeah, and he'll come out and he'll unlock it and stuff. What's in there is just...
What the lights are going off.
There's a bag. There's
What is
like
it?
glitter.
Is it Jade? It's Jade Cargill.
Huh, interesting. Weird.
There she is. With her cowboy hat.
Chris is like Jade versus Char?
Yeah.
Oh, Char.
They hinted at this from day one.
True. Excuse me.
Outfit looks absolutely amazing on her. Like her skin color and everything.
Oh, yeah. It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She says, all
They
right.
should team them up. Not shitting you. It'd be a good way to go. Because it would take her to another level, too.
Yeah.
And then they can split them. And they can...
She's like, give me that microphone, bitch. I want to talk. Chris says, but I would like to see Mariah May and Bliss times Tony. Ooh. Piola says, free from rubs. Oh, she's only missing a duck? Oh, a snake. Oh, yeah, snake. Chris says Charlotte cosplay Lita Gear. Robbie message retracted. And Chris says Char turning heel. Piccolo says, oh, Jeebus. Now she's La Bum Shames. Robbie says, I won't accept a poor main event on the pay-per-view. Robbie says, laughing. And Piccolo says, don't claim yourself to be the GOAT. Only others could give you that name. Yeah. You can't be a boat either. That's just weird.
Yeah. Because you don't float.
Natalia likes to be a boat. She pretends she's a boat.
Well, would you motorboat? Probably.
Chris says Jade versus Char, and Chris says everyone wants to be a cowboy. Yeah.
I want to be a cowboy, baby. When the song's on.
Down in the
cowboy, baby.
Cool. Surround sound of me.
It's not surround there, just one. You can turn that one off.
Surround sound.
I can turn it to that.
I'm kidding.
So there is a left and a right. Like a left Twix and a right Twix.
Yeah.
I've been down and slowly up.
Yeah. In the back there, I know that there's so there's a bag that has like a blanket in it.
Okay. You want me to just put everything in the backpack?
You can. Probably. I mean, I don't know how much it'll rattle with the stuff.
Can I have your old ass banana?
Yeah, you can have my banana.
I noticed there was none.
I took it to work to eat it the other day, and I was going to eat it, and then I still didn't eat it. So I brought it home. Chris says, speaking of cowgirls, Travis, did you see we got George Pickens to the Cowboys?
I did not. I don't even know who that is.
He did not, and he doesn't even know who that is, Chris. Piccolo is melting and then blushing at the same time. Why are we blushing and melting? That's kind of strange. Is it because I'm here by myself? You guys flirting with me? Robbie says, why did the frog take the bus to work? Because his car got towed. So funny. My keys are in the bag. Okay. What? Are you guys so? so fun. So how was everybody's day today? Did everybody have a good week? Are you guys ready for the weekend? I know some of you have mothers. What are you all doing for Mother's Day? By the way. What you guys doing for Mom Day on Sunday? Because if you guys don't talk to me, I'm just going to sit here on my phone. Because we're in a full-blown commercial, and you just got me for the next 2 hours. Lucky, guys. Lucky. Poker Face has some new episodes. Excited. Hopefully it's as good as it was when it first started. June 7th for Money in the Bank in Los Angeles. June 7th. Someone better keep that in their wallets, information in the calendars. She's very angry. A temper tantrum. Ew. Let's chat. Robbie says Charlotte very entitled. Not really. Bliss is just as entitled, if you're gonna call it that. Piccola says probably making a roast, and my mom's day is this month as well. Her B-Day, she got the birthday happening. Or I was like, Mom's Day was a couple months ago in the UK. Nice, they do it different. Yeah, ours here in the United States is this Sunday. We do ours in May, Ravi. Oh, it's a Nia. That's right. It's Nia versus Jade. It's an interesting matchup, I would have to say. Very interesting. San Diego. It means a whale's vagina. Ha-ha! Feels like Red Lobster closed, unfortunately, so we need to find another good spot for seafood. Don't you live close enough to, like, oceanic type things, people? I don't know why I find that funny. I find that funny that you're like, we need to find a place that's got a good spot for seafood. And we don't live near the ocean. I mean, I know it's the Gulf, but I would think that they would have pretty fresh seafood places, I would hope. Good Lord, Tiffany. Jesus Christ almighty. She's like, here are my boobs. It's Tiffy time. Not the mentor. Who's going to win this match? We got a Jade winning this, or we got a Nia? What's happening? It's the number one contenders match. They're going to give it to Nia so she can have another chance at Tiffany, and Tiffany can prove her worth against her mentor. Two most powerful women in WWE, he says. What a loser saying stuff like that. It's not a powerhouse battle. People's like, whoa, cheetah girl Tiffy tonight. Yeah. Leopard spots. She got that leopard look. Good for her. Not the Jade and the Cargill. People are booing. Booing. Somebody's an asshole, I hear. Somebody's an asshole. I don't know who, but somebody is. Let's do a move and then take a break, everybody. Move and break. Move and break. Move and break. Whoa. Ooh. People was like, that was an abrupt commercial break. Ooh, is it happening now? Up. Yep, abrupt. Robbie says, we can't have Nia as champ again. No way. People says, but it's Cable for me. Yeah. I'm on some Cable. Got us an abrupt commercial break right now.
She's not going to get the championship.
Okay, so I didn't say she would be champ again, Robbie. I said this is a #1 contenders match. Are they going to give the #1 contenders match to Jade and give her a chance, or are they going to give the #1 contenders match to Nia so that Tiffany has to face her for reals and prove and beat her mentor? What do you think they will do? Because I'm curious to know.
What are you watching?
There's a commercial on. There's nothing happening.
Why are you saying
Oh. I don't know. Because I can. Was it terrible?
She's just going to take Shelby. And the boys can ride in their car.
Well, that's what I figured. I didn't figure she needed to take everybody. But I was like, well, if you need a back seat, it'll have to get cleaned out. If you don't care, then just leave all the shit in there. It's pretty easy to clean. It's not like it's crazy crap or anything. It's just stuff. But it doesn't have air conditioning, so they'll have to tie up their hair if they don't want it all crazy. You know? It's an old wooden ship. This is gay as fuck. Chime. Lame! They're like, we're gonna have Becky Lynch on our Chime commercial. Lame. Robbie's like, oh, that is crazy. What is it, Robbie? What's the crazy? You have to be more specific. You can't just be saying shit, because I don't know what you're talking about. Do people just look at pizza and be like, that shit looks so good. I really want that. America Lover. Cool. Breaking news. Donald Trump bought AEW together. We will make AEW great again. That's hilarious. Why would he waste his time? She's like, get her. She's like, I'd rather go against Jade. Robbie's like, what you were talking about just now. What is it? No air conditioning? My air conditioning has windows because I have an old car. An old-ass car! She's almost 25 years old. Literally. 24 years old. Not the movement she's been yakking about. Yakety yak yak schmackety yak schmack. Ooh, she denied it and then hit a suplex. And a kip up. She did it. Oh, she almost didn't make it all the way on the thing there. Because, like, if we're being honest, isn't creepy AF that creepy as fuck that a cameraman in all black is hovering over Tiffy time and getting her reactions? Yeah, that's... Yes, it is creepy. It's weird. It's awkward, very much. Where a person's like, because Donald Trump could put it in a better show than Tiny Tony. Tiny told me that that's what I called him. Nice. I don't know why everybody's so tiny. Me neither. Robbie says, D, would you ever own a Chevy? That's what my vehicle is a Chevy. So, yes, I would own one. Nana is like, I'm denying. She's like, how did she get out of that? She's like, there's no way Jade could get out of that. Ah! I'm going to rip your weave off, she says, and throw you on the ground with it. I'm going to drag you over here so I can sit on you. She's like, I'm going to jump up here, guys. Here I go. Not the position on the second rope. Pickle's like, Chevy to the levee. She just did it. I don't know why Tiffy is like over there so excited. She does know that she has to go against her, right? Does she know? She's like, I could totally beat her. It'll be fine. The #1 contender in Dayton, Ohio. Oh, frog splash right there. Not quite. Robbie says a Chevy with an 8-track car stereo. Nope, sorry, Robbie. It's got actually a nice stereo in it. I have a whole system in my vehicle. Nip, I've got a whole system in my Chevy. My little SUV. It was so sensational, he says. The best frog splash he's seen in a month. Ooh, not the big hug in the corner. Those are definitely the type of hugs you want from Nia. I mean, maybe from Jade, that would probably be okay. But not the other way. Pickle's like, oh, your favorite quitter just popped up. Oh, not surprising. That cow would come around. Oh, she's attacking Tiff, huh? Well, who cares? Oh, it's going to distract Jade so she'll lose, of course. Why not? Piccolo, pump up the bass. Yep, pretty much. Among other things, but yeah. Of course it does. We knew that was going to happen. We knew that she'd have to come and be the #1 contender, guys. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, though, the question of the day is, they gotta have her not win, because they gotta have Tiffy. If they're gonna push her as champion as much as she is, they gotta have that. They gotta keep that championship on her and make her something good. If not, she must have hurt somebody's insides when she sat on somebody else, because she's been taking a lot of her sitting a lot better than doing what she normally does. Anyways, Piccolo's like, oh, she blew a kiss. And then Robbie says, Nia Jax, hello, why, oh, why? Well, she came back, so, you know. It's the men's tag team people on SmackDown called the Street Profits. Ugh, these two weirdos. They're like, hey, let's see if we can stay relevant and not get Chop on the chop block. Can we just put him on the chop block and get rid of him? Good God. Pico's like, oh God, it's cell block D. Yeah, and not in a good way. Like, ghetto. Ghetto. Such a fucking weirdo. Loser face. Oh, the new wave. 2K25. It's happening. Got new quests. Chapter 2 coming soon, everybody. The new faction. Not the locker code. Pickle's like, I'm going to eat something fast. Put my earbuds in. Okay. Robbie says, I didn't know what the Street Profits offer. I don't know. What do you think they offer? So, they were tag team champions for a long time. When they first came up from NXT and stuff, and they did really good. And then they haven't been champions forever. Like, they made them lose them, and then they just never had them again. So, now that they put them back on them, I'm okay with it. I'm not, like, mad about it or anything. Commercial break. I don't know what's next. But right now it's a commercial break. So, this is the go-home show for the pay-per-view that's happening tomorrow, by the way, which is Backlash. Sophie says Ricochet is facing Zach Gorin next week. Gowen. I don't know who that is. Robbie says they are boring, no decent storylines. Oh, okay. What storyline of tag teams do you prefer that are happening right now? Yeah, that's why. Boring. As in commercial time. They're building it better. Robbie's like, there isn't any. Okay. Well, since there isn't any, what would you do to make better tag team storylines then for tag team people? For the guys' divisions, I guess. Anywhere. It doesn't matter where. I don't care. What kind of storyline should they have? What kind of storyline should they have? La la la! You guys didn't tell me how your guys' week was. Did you guys have a good week? I don't know if everybody's done with their weeks. Robbie might still be working for all I know. Yeah. I don't think she's kidding. I think she's being completely serious. Yeah, smoked meats. Who's got the meats? That's Arby's. They got the meats, supposedly. Robbie's like, make a feud and have better segments. Like, what kind of a feud? Like a feud between multiple tag team stuff, or... And, better segments of her yakking about meat. And they're showing Becky Lynch. I'm not sure how that's meat, but whatever. Robbie's like, I was working today, but off now. Well, yeah. Do you have the weekend off, or do you have to work this weekend, too? Do any of your buddy parties? Your DJ partying? Oh, no, because she's a man. Robbie's like, yes, multiple. So you'd have to have multiple tag teams and feuds. Like, what are the feuds about? Like, one of them called their mom fat or something? I mean, serious. I mean, I'm actually kind of serious because I have no idea. Like, what kind of feud would you give them? Like, what's their feud about? Like, why are they fighting each other? Why do they hate each other so much? Is it their, like, fashion sense? They really hate each other's fashion sense? They're like, my frog splash is better than your frog splash? I don't know. Rob was like, nah, back Monday. Nice. Cool beans, man. So you got some weekend time. That's pretty cool. That's nice that you don't always work the weekends. Do you have where you have to work weekends? Or, like, normally? Or do you normally not have to work weekends? They're here to get their hands all dirty. Which is weird. Feuding for the... I understand that they're trying to get titles, but, like... What would start the feud? I mean, like, when you're talking about storylines, but you're just talking about feuding for the... Well, they're all feuding for the title. It's not a very good storyline. That's boring. That's not a decent storyline either. So now what? What kind of storyline are we doing with these feuds? Like, you gotta have something going on. Like, you know, like, they shaved his beard in the middle of the night and he's all mad about it, you know? Now he's gonna shave their back. I don't know. Get all upset. The only reason I say shaving backs is because the Viking or War Raiders or whoever they are kind of hairy. One of them is. Maybe not the other one, but one of them definitely is. I mean, they had that, you know, all three of them together in that one match where it was like tables, ladders, and chairs, or ladder match, or whatever it was. Oh, well, that's sweet. Boys and Girl Club of America Hall of Fame ceremony. Good for him. Doing all that good stuff. It's like I do sometimes. And Robbie says, I don't know, brawling backstage. So they're just randomly smacking each other in the heads backstage because they don't like each other. Well, we know they don't like each other. None of them like each other. He's so funny. Not really, but he can pretend, I guess. Are they trying to say Ohio? Is it really working out for them? I feel like it's not working out for them. Not the Rock living. Why are they living under rocks, man? We aren't Patrick Star. Come on. We are Patrick Star. What? Prosthetic legs? Oh, yeah, that's right. They took that guy's leg and hit people with it. That's right. I forgot they did that. I tried not to pay attention too much because, you know, blech. Who's the Raw tag? Is there... They have 2 men's tag team championships, right? That's these dweebs. Great. Not Fraxium. Oh, good God. Oh, no, he's going to talk too. Yeah, tag team, smart people. This guy's a jackass. Ugh. Robbie's like, I got to MC at one of my mates' raves, and he's booked the world's youngest DJ, Archie, at 9 years to spin some D&B tunes at the headliner, happening in June sometime. That's cool. None of that stuff this weekend, though, huh? Yeah, title shots? No, that's just silliness. No. No. Ooh. What, Nick? No, you don't. Don't lie. Weirdo. I was like, nah, not this week. Ah, so you're just chilling this weekend, huh? Doing nothing. Cleaning your house and whatnot. Yeah, absolutely no. Look at the ribs. He's all injured and shit, man. So they're going to have that match next, I take it, because God forbid that, you know. Let's see how they do, I guess. We'll see if they decide to give him to those dweeb heads, because why not, right? I mean, yeah. Isn't that what they do, is give him to the low-life NXT people that are like, we're going to bring you up to the main roster, and you're so much better than all the other people that have been there forever. Yeah, she better be careful with her.
With my baby.
Yeah, your baby better be careful with my baby. Technically, they're both my baby, so. Now what? How did you not know, sweetie? Do you not pay attention to the weather?
Not anymore.
I guess I should have said something because I knew it was gonna be I knew it was gonna be hot as fuck today.
It's supposed to be hot tomorrow too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot tomorrow as well. Robbie says instead of mixing on 2 decks, the kid will do a set on 4 decks. Plug his USB stick that my mate is supplying. That sounds like a lot of stuff. Plugging and decks and whatnots. It's that DJ stuff.
What's happening?
It is a commercial break right now. The last thing that happened was the Street Profits came out and they're like, blah, 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 blah.
Who won the match?
And then those stupid Fraxium weirdos came out. Ugh, barf. And then they're like, we deserve a chance. And they're like, yeah, right. Come on now. You don't. And then Nick Aldis was like, I like what I'm seeing. I like these tiny little boys in there with these big men. And so, yeah. So, I guess maybe they're having a match next for the tag team championships or something. I know, buddy.
Anyways, who won the match?
Nia Jax won.
Bender?
Because Quitterface came out and distracted Jade by attacking Tiffany. Yeah, Quitter attacked Tiffany.
Are we going to get another fucking four-way?
I don't know, but
Jesus
that means
Christ,
that Nia is the number one contender. Kind of like what I figured would happen. I figured she would win because, you know, why? And that
You're too much.
it would give Tiffany, like, a chance to prove herself against her mentor and beat her. What? Me? Why? What'd I do? Why am I too much?
The cat.
It's not nice. I'm just right.
I meant Shelby.
I'm Ninja. How was that?
She looks like Stormy.
Yeah, she's a little fluff.
She didn't used to be.
No, she wasn't fluff.
She's got that boyfriend.
Not a good one.
So they're probably watching her.
I really don't care.
He seemed nice.
Hi, buddy. You just having a good time? You having a hard time? Like, I just want to love and be loved with my grossness. With my weird things that I have going on. Huh. Yeah, weirdo. I was like, yeah, he will plug his USB stick into the deck and mix away and select through his 5,000 tunes. Nice. Good deal. Not the elbow on Dawkins. They're like, hey, they're injured. They've got like knees and elbow injuries and rib injuries.
Fraxium?
No. The actual tag team winner, the actual tag team title holders.
Yeah, because they were whooping some ass.
Street Profits. Against these dweeb heads that are out here now.
Got the little guy's autograph.
Which one?
The blonde guy.
Cool.
I think his name's Nate Frage. They call him the Fraginator. I'm gonna come hang out for a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna sit right here.
Call the show?
I guess. There's nothing to call. I don't know anything that's happening.
That's Dawkins there. He's in glitter pants. He's got his fancy pants on.
Yeah, he's got fancy pants.
He just took out Nate.
Oh, is that his name? I didn't even know what their names. I feel like I shouldn't even know anything about their names.
Fraxium comes from Frank.
Oh. It's Frank, not Fraser.
Oh, sorry, Fraser.
Robbie's like, this is a pointless match. Is it? Somehow,
Is this
they're
the number
making
one
the
contenders
NXT
match?
people so amazing. Hmm?
Is this the number one contenders match?
I don't know, but you got some rice that's coming off your plate. I don't want that.
It's just people's food.
Just touched a small portion of stuff. What's your deal? Way weird.
What's for your finger?
Why do you have it on your pants?
Well, because I had to get stuff. Or else I wouldn't want it.
Maybe you left on my finger until you got stuff, I guess.
Cool. What's happening?
That guy. He's beating up that other guy.
Mm.
They're tag teaming that guy. They're broken. so it takes them forever to do stuff. But somehow these NXT guys are like, we're so much better than you.
Yeah, wait till
We're so much better than you.
wait till he starts running.
We're little Muppet people. We're so much better than you. Look at our tiny... That guy can't even hardly make it over the ropes. He's so small. He's like, oh, look! I can barely make it on top of the ropes. Ah! They're taller than me.
He looks eye to eye with Zelina Vega. Come on, Dawkins. This should have been over 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it should never happen. I'm not sure what Nick Aldis is thinking, but whatever, I guess. They want to prove, I guess, that their NXT guys, these little tiny baby man, are so much better than everybody else. They're like, look, he does these cool flippy moves. And it's like, nobody fucking cares.
He's really fast. He runs back and forth 3 times.
Yeah, I don't care what he does. He looks like a dweeb.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not.
No, he's not a dweeb.
Oh. I feel like he is, but you
No.
know.
Nope.
Well, you don't
Science said he wasn't. Because he's too fast. He's like that kid that's like, Mom, look how fast I am. Mom, look how fast I am. Look how fast I am. And every time he sees another kid or something, he's like, look how fast I am.
Yeah.
This guy's in mourning too, I guess, with his mask on.
I guess. I have no idea. He forgot to take his sock off.
Piccola still up in here?
He is eating, so he hasn't been here for a second.
Is he eating red rice?
He's gonna eat something fast. But he put his earbuds in, so he's listening. He's just not responding because he's not texting.
I'm eating red rice and beans for the 18th time this week, and it's good. I would buy this again.
That just the pan of beans and rice.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for when you're ready to eat slop for a week.
What's that mean? Is it bad for me?
No, it's just like very soft, sloppy food.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it like slop, basically.
Even with the tacos, it's still sloppy. Just the shells are even soft.
Yeah, but they're not that bad.
Mm-mm.
They just get softer when they're sitting around. Piccola is now back in the chat saying, hiya! Must have got his food done. Robbie says you have $10 to spend at your local 7-Eleven. What you buying and why? $10 can buy stuff at the 7-Eleven.
Okay, and I'm going to back it up in time.
Can we go back in
It's
time?
1995.
Oh, yeah. If it's 1995, that $10 will get you a lot of shit at the 7-Eleven.
I'm buying some Twinkies. I'm buying some not ho-hos. What are the snowballs? And I'm buying, obviously, a Fountain Coke.
You're getting the big gulp.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big gulp.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to get the
And a
icy.
Slurpee.
You have to get the Slurpee. Definitely a Slurpee. Yeah, you got to get the 7-Eleven Slurpee.
But I don't know what they have now. And I don't care about any of that food anymore. But that's what I would have got.
It's because I've never been to a 7-Eleven. I only know that they're known for
You've been to
big
them.
gulps and Slurpees.
Mm-hmm. You've been there because we used to have them here.
I never went to them.
You were a kid. You probably
My
don't
parents
remember
never went to them. Like my mom, we didn't go inside convenience stores.
That's where Common Sense came from.
Okay, so the only reason why we ever went to any place like that is for gas, not to go inside and get anything, ever. Just saying. And if my mom did any of that stuff, it was when we weren't with her. Because I do not, as a child, remember going to the gas station. Not kidding. I don't. Robbie's like, it's not slop, D. A lot of flavor in that. Oh, I'm sure it's flavorful. I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it's just really soft food. It's like slop. I'm not a big fan of that.
So I don't remember going to the gas station a lot, but I remember 7-Eleven. And I also remember a midget at the gas store.
So I remember we used to have 7-Elevens. Don't get me wrong. I know we used to have them, and I remember we used to have them. And the last 7-Eleven when I got older that I remember was in Burley. That was the last one I remember, like, seeing.
They're still in Salt Lake.
When I was, like, you know, like, could see with my own eyes in this area, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about a different state. I'm talking about in this area. That was the last one. And I did go to it because I was older when I could go. Like, oh, what's the big deal about them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we went there quite a bit. And when I could drive myself and have my own vehicle, it was like, I can do whatever I want.
I'm going to get a Slurpee. See what all this hubbub, this whatever is about.
Yeah. Ravi's like, Dee, do you still like sliders or sloppy joes?
Don't know what a slider is.
Do you mean like
sloppy joes?
What do you mean by still like? Like I liked him before, and okay, so a slider is just like a small hamburger, like a hamburger on a roll, basically. So it's tiny. It's a mini hamburger. Anyways, we all know what sloppy joes are. If you're talking food, for all I know, you might be talking something else.
About the guy down the road.
Maybe.
Old Joe. Ford's going to do his finisher, and he's going to be too hurt to finish it. Think?
Sorry, I was reading something for a second.
I said Ford's going to end up doing his finisher.
And then breaking his ribs completely.
But his ribs are hurt, so he won't be able to finish him with his finisher.
Right, because they are... So those guys are so much better. Yeah, I get it. The NXT people are just so much better than the professional ones. Fuck off. Pickle says, we don't use the sloppy joes in a can. We go the old school route. Diced onions and cook a pound of ground beef and break it all apart. Add your ketchup and vinegar and shit. Yeah, I knew my brother dated a girl that did them that way, and I hated them.
Oh, you would.
It's because of how vinegary they were. They were so vinegary. Like
some of your water.
the base flavor of it was good, but it was just so vinegary that it was like very sharp tasting. So it was just completely nothing I wanted. I was like, yeah, absolutely no, gross. Robbie says, food, D. What else would it be? I don't know. I have no idea, Robbie. You are from
British
the UK.
slang.
It could have been British slang for God knows what. Thongs and lady parts, for all I know. But, yeah, we always made it manwich. That was how we always make it, is from the can. My mom made them that way.
My school made them that way.
I don't know if the school made them that way. I have no idea.
Here it comes.
I have had them made the quote-unquote homemade way. So, and you know, and I never tried to make them myself.
Look at Ford.
Like
if they
what's that?
show it, they probably won't, but at the end of this, watch. Because he hits him a little hard right here. And then he puts his hand on his head. And he goes like this. And the other guy kind of rubs his arm. And then they just sit there and hold each other a little
Right,
bit.
make sure he's okay. He's done that a couple of times, by the way, Ford has with people. I've seen him do it in other parts. When they go in their piles on the outside or something, he's always kind of like...
Making sure people are okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's funny.
He's a true good person.
Well, he is. He got indoctrinated into the Boys and Girls Club of America as a Hall of Famer with it. So you know he's a good person. That means he's done a lot of stuff.
He was at the Kentucky Derby that one year.
Yeah.
They need to do that.
Something like that. Piccolo's like, haha, you're cracking me up. Robbie's like, D, what's with the stereotyping? So basically like a smash burger. Well, a slider isn't a smash burger. A slider is a tiny hamburger, dude. There's no smashing. It's just like you took a hamburger and made it really small. Like a tiny sandwich. Told you.
Oh, I knew.
I knew that they'd fuck them.
It's so dumb.
But that's fine. I wouldn't say that it's really anything grand, because if you're saying that they're good enough to beat them when they're hurt, what does that mean if they weren't hurt and they were in 100%, I know it's fake, but 100%
right.
shape for their story thing or whatever, right? Like they didn't have ouchies and stuff. Would it be different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll beat them again if they wrestle again, which they will.
Pico's like, I think smash burgers are overrated. I think that people are doing it too much. You know, like, everything's a smash burger, you know, kind of stuff or whatever. But, what the fuck? No. No. The gayness happening on my television is dumb. I hate it.
What the hell's this?
Absolutely gross.
Attack them from behind, please.
Yeah. Gross. Wow, that's lame. So lame. Nope, absolutely. They're like, we're bad guys. Oh, you guys are doing a really good job. Let me give you hugs and stuff.
A lot of beating going on.
Yeah, too bad you wouldn't have if she hadn't been distracted by that dumb bitch that came out and attacked me. What? The retirement table right next to Charlotte Flair. Have some. Oh, good God.
Good God.
Why are you making it all violent?
That's how you do it.
And people, it also depends, like, where you're getting them from. Because, like, places like Freddy's and there's another one that makes burgers that, what they call smash burgers, where they have, like, the crispy edges of the burger and they're really thin. Like, they've been doing them forever. So, like, you know, I don't mind them. But but I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna totally go to here and have a smash burger and then go there and have a smash burger. Want to eat all the smash burgers. Like, no. So I feel like maybe not overrated, but I feel like they're overdone. Like they've become a fad, I guess you could say, in food. Pickle's like, I'd rather have a Juicy Lucy. Just a loose meat sandwich. Or so, when you say a Juicy Lucy, do you mean like the ones where it's like, it's just cooked hamburger with like cheese and stuff melted in it? Robbie says Street Profits got their ass handed to them. WWE making dreams happen. Feels like, Robbie, you know about White Castle or Crystal Burgers. Robbie's like, I'm not sure UK has them. Because it's really odd. The US has the White Castle product in your grocery frozen aisles. Yeah, right? Like you can go get a, and it's got the bun and everything. It's like, ugh. But I guess it would be normal because they steam their burgers and their buns. So you would just get soggy buns and hamburger patties anyways if you got them in the frozen section and heated them up. Mm-hmm. Especially if you heated them up in the microwave, they would be totally the same. And like a steam burger, they're often soggy and no flavor. See? I know what they are. We used to have a place in town that steamed their burgers. And it was around for years and years and years. But they were flavorful. They had actual flavor to them and stuff. I've never had White Castle, so I couldn't tell you what their burgers taste like. But they were normal sized burgers, not small ones like White Castle. They were just normal burgers. And most people liked their fries. The place I'm talking about.
McAfee got choked out there.
It was. I'm trying to remember what it was called before it was called the Burger Hut. It was called, what the fuck was that called? When we went there, like during our reign of terror as high school kids and
Where's
stuff. The burger place that was in that little shack that was by the Stinker station on the main road. I just don't want to say lots of names.
Down there by the veterinarian's office?
No, the Stinker station that your grandpa used to go to, and that burger joint that's just right there.
They had the fries.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come to me.
Right. But it has burger in it. But I can't remember what it was. Anyways, people used to love their fries. Did you like their fries? They were like kind of battered and they had like lots of seasoning.
Yeah, I didn't like them.
I didn't like them either. I thought they were always so mushy. Like the fries were kind of...
Central Park?
Yes, that's it. Yep. They were so mushy. And then they changed from that to Burger Hut, which was really weird. Anyways, they steamed their burgers. So their burgers were usually really good. So I'd usually get their burger and then go somewhere else for fries. Usually it was McDonald's. When they were good. Now their fries are kind of weird.
I didn't eat there at all.
I'd get burgers from there because I thought they were pretty good. Anyways, Robbie says, "D, you a fan of a pot roast?" Yeah, I like pot roast. Depends on how it's made, but yeah. As long as it's not, like, dry. Or made with
God help us
carrots.
if this is another bone-dry pot roast.
You know. Or made with carrots. I'm not a big fan of carrots in my pot roast. Robbie says, yeah, in the UK, smash burgers are overrated. So many joints sell them. Yes, a big fad, Robbie says. Pickle says, yes, the cheese put in the middle. Yeah, the Juicy Lucy's, yeah. I've seen that, and and isn't it like, it's American cheese or something like that, right? It's not like cheddar or something. It's like a processed cheese, I think. I don't know. I know they're really popular in a certain area. In a certain area of the United States, but not around here. I know for sure because the only reason why I know anything about them is because they were on Roseanne and they had that restaurant and they were loose meat sandwiches. That's what a Juicy Lucy kind of is.
Who's him? I am. Who's him? I am.
Well, I don't know who I is.
Because we're awesome.
Oh, God. So gay. Poor fucking Miz. He's like, well, I gotta sell this dumb shit. Gotta keep my job. Fuck. Poor guy. Let's see. Robbie says, yeah, we have them microwave burgers that are dead tasting wrestler burger. Oh, yeah, weird. That sounds... Yeah, not saying that we don't have, like, microwave food like that, but they do. Do I buy it? No, I don't, because, ew. Like, I am not a big fan of microwaved hamburger buns. Absolutely no. Piccolo says, I know while I was a teen, my favorite burgers were made at the bowling alley and didn't realize till I was older that they buttered the rolls. Yeah. Dude, and if they're buttered, like, really well and, like, on the hot grill, that they toast them, delicious. Yeah, it makes the whole difference. So when I make, if I want to have, like, a bacon sandwich, I guess you could say, because I will make bacon, right? And then have toast. Or make an egg sandwich, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a fried egg and toast. I butter my toast. I butter my bread. Like, I've always done it. I butter my bread and everything. So, yeah. I'm a weirdo. I've actually done butter. Not for the egg one, but for bacon. I've done butter. And then I'll put, like, raspberry jam or strawberry jam on it and put the bacon on there and eat it like that. Not maple syrup, just regular salty bacon, and yeah. I've done that a couple times. Robbie says Gunther versus Pat. What Pratt decided that feud would be exciting. Well, whoever did, that's the only reason why I guess they decided to take the title off of Gunther, right? Because why would you have him feuding with Pat otherwise?
Right.
It's fucking lame. Maybe Pat decided he needed to have a fight with somebody, and they're like, well, we'll make you fight Gunther.
So Pat...
We'll have him lose the championship.
Pat's wanted to be a professional wrestler since he was a kid.
Yeah. Piccolo says in Thousand Island sauce, I tried to remake it, but they had some secret ingredient unlike the Big Mac.
Boom, 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 boom.
At the
Bowling alley?
At the bowling alley, they had like, I bet you anything it was probably just literally. So there's a place in our capital in Idaho, in Boise, Idaho, that has a fry sauce. And I think it's the most disgusting thing ever, but people like it. And there's a couple other places. There was like a restaurant in our area that did it too. But they would take, and all it was is usually mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together, which makes it pink, right? And then you'll add other stuff to it, some spices and stuff, some like spices and Worcestershire sauce and stuff like that. But then they add relish to it. And that's usually where you'll get your difference of why it is what they consider a Thousand Island sauce, but it's just basically that stuff mixed together. Maybe a little bit of mustard in it, but yeah. That's going to be your closest rendition of what they say, because that's Thousand Island dressing basically is that. But and the Big Mac, the sauce for Big Macs doesn't have ketchup in it, by the way, just so you're aware. So that's why it's different. Ravi says pot roast more moist, ain't they? Not always, Ravi. They can actually be cooked to the point where they're too dry. A lot of people sometimes don't always use a very fatty piece of meat. And so if you don't use a very fatty piece of meat, then your shit will be dry. I've had many of dry pot roasts in my time. I'm sure Travis has too. That's when ketchup became your friend. And I hated to do that, but yeah, literally. Because at that time, I wasn't a gravy person, so I'd just be like, I don't want gravy. Like, I didn't really like it, and so. Right. Now I'd be like, put some gravy on there, that's fine. But then I was like, no. I'll just dip it in a little bit of ketchup. And I'm not talking drench it in ketchup. I'd just be like, dip it in ketchup a little bit, just to take the dryness of it away.
My grandma would cook it in a colander or whatever, above a boiling pot of water. Steam it
so it would get moist again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because she'd cook food till there was no water left in the house.
Yeah. I should have sent some money with McKenna and been like, you should get this for me to come back with.
Bring me back.
I guess I could text her and be like, hey.
My nuts on a silver platter.
Order me this to bring home for me to eat. But I don't know how long they'll be, so.
Who knows, yeah.
I don't want to put her out like that. I want her to just have fun. I thought about it and I was like, nah, I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me when I was that young. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, no.
You're bringing the napkins.
I meant like, like, hey, bring me food back. You know what I mean? Like, when you're done.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Pickle says, speaking of gravy, what is the official brown sauce, Ravi? Yeah, Ravi, what is the official brown sauce over there? Because I don't live there, but I see it too, Pickle. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like in a jar. It's like a sauce that they use on everything.
Nice.
And it's like pourable, but it's like brown. It looks like brown gravy. literally like brown gravy. I am curious myself. I don't look it up, so you'll have to tell us. I don't want to look it up. Just tell us what it is. Because you'll know. You eat some of that food. Peagle says,
Alistair Black.
Peagle says, I'm curious. A YouTuber I often watch mention how he grew up and lived on it during his poor years. What movie was that you couldn't find?
Oh, nothing. It was that one. I found it.
Oh. What does that mean? Like, that you found it? Like, so these are ones that aren't really there?
Yeah. I'm looking for them.
Oh,
Any
the
ones with the
ones.
yellow? See, missing.
So that means it wouldn't play.
Well, yeah, it doesn't exist. Good song.
Is this because of the reset? These are just ones that haven't been found ever.
Right. Yeah, it's from when this gets really full and it's going and then nothing.
Oh, and then it
And they're
doesn't
just-
catch them all.
Well, they're just not working.
Right.
I just go through them every once in a while and fill them out. Try to. It works because I get some.
Nice. I mean, a few of those should.
I don't know what that one is. Huh, never even heard of it.
Maybe just one of those ones we saw. And...
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't press anything.
I did.
Oh, did you?
See?
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see you do that part, I guess. Robbie says, HP brown sauce, if that's what you're talking about. Yes. What is it?
It's HP.
Is it,
Hewitt and Packer.
like, if it's is it a poor person thing? Pico said poor years, so is it a poor person thing?
So much mass.
Pico's like, oh, so is that like Heinz ketchup for us? Maybe.
Or like Heinz 57.
I don't know. I don't think they do anything that spicy.
I used to love Heinz 57.
You know, it's funny because you either were a household that had Heinz 57 or you were an A1 sauce house. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
My house was a Heinz 57 house.
Mine was too.
Like, that's what my parents got. Like, that's when we had...
Treon loved A1.
When we had those chicken fried steaks.
Oh.
Like that.
Yeah.
That was what they would do. Sorry, I missed a call from Janet.
From
I was
who?
looking at my phone.
Janet?
Mom paused Janet for Wellington stuff.
Oh.
Good. How are you doing? Good. Yeah. What time you thinking? 10? Yeah. We can definitely do next Wednesday at 10. Yeah. Yeah. We think that'd be kind of fun. Yeah. He's got long enough hair on top that he'd be all right. Like, the top of his head's like really long. So yeah, I think it'd just look funny. And cute. Little stink. Yeah. Yeah, so my husband's sister was going to bring him, and we had talked to her, and she's like, I'll put it in my calendar, and she never showed up. And so his daughter was here, my stepdaughter was here, And I was like, hey, I was like, don't forget to take Wellington to his appointment and I go, it's at 10 o'clock, you guys. And they're like, oh, yeah. I was like, McKenna can take him. You know, I was like, you know, her stuff for whatever you guys are doing isn't going to be here until later that day. And so they were like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, here's the money to give her, you know, like when you go and stuff if your sister doesn't show up. And I'm like, I get your text and I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I texted them first before I texted you. And I'm like, yeah. And I was like,
She was asleep.
I was like, hey, did somebody come and take Wellington to his appointment and he's just there waiting? But nobody did, so it all worked out. It was fine. So it was pretty funny.
1, 2, 4.
Mm-mm. Oh, dang it. Yeah. Oh. Oh, heck no, not for a doodle. But still. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it all depends on if they actually do their own brushing and stuff, it's different. But if they haven't, then it's just crazy for you guys.
Ask her how much to do a German Shepherd.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Yeah, he does pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's crazy, huh? I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh my God, we've been taking him to get room for a while now because that was the thing. I was like, I wanted to get him in there as soon as possible when he was little because I wanted him to get used to it and not have a problem with it too much. And so I was like, well, I was like, oh my God, he's like 2. It's crazy that. He's a good boy. Right? Mr. Wellington. Yeah. Yeah, we had gotten him from some lady out in Chubbuck area is where we had gotten him out, outside of Chubbuck area. Yeah, I was kind of worried because how small he is because I was like, dang, he's not getting. My husband was like, he's gonna get bigger, and I was like, I don't think so. He's not gonna get very big. Yeah, he weighs about the same size as the cat. They're about the same size. I think the cat weighs more than him, so outweighs it by like 2 pounds sometimes. Oh, interesting. Oh, nice. Oh my God, how terrifying. Huh, yeah, some of them are so I don't know why they want them so small, but they have so many problems. Yeah, and they have so many problems. That's my biggest thing is like, I'm like trying to keep it. Well, yeah, they have like all teeth problems and stuff, and when they get small like that, like I've always had German Shepherds or Schnauzers, and they're not. I've never had a really small Schnauzer, and so I was like, so whenever we feed him food, Travis is like, I was like, I didn't know how much to give him, and I always forget that he's really small, so I always have to break it off, and I think it's not even because we're giving our German Shepherd like a whole hamburger. Like, here you go, buddy. And what? Like, dude, not even that. He doesn't even eat that much. It's crazy. Yeah, so he has his own food, but he likes Argus's food. That's my German Shepherd. So he'll eat his food. He'll eat like 2 or 3 pieces of his food, and he's like, "Hey, I'm full." And it's like, I bet you are, bud. It's funny. I'm like, dude, like, yeah, he's a goofball. He's got a personality, that's for sure. He loves to be outside. Holy crap, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks so much, Janet. Appreciate it. Bye. Sorry, guys. I had to make Wellington's new appointment for his haircut. He was supposed to get a haircut today, and it didn't happen. Life happened for everybody, and he got forgotten. Poor guy. So he's going to get one later. Anyways, because like, oh, and he's like, you know what? When I looked it up and clicked, what is the U.S. equivalent to HP sauce? They just said steak sauce. Well, that makes sense. Well, I mean, if they're putting it on bacon and sausage sandwiches, I guess. And their bacon's a little bit different, so, I mean, their bacon over there isn't like our bacon, so I can see why they would need some kind of sauce on it. Yeah, I'm just kidding. People's like, so curious. Well, The Miz has been ringside for mellow matches. Does he cheat for him, like grab a leg or distract the ref? I don't think so. He didn't there. Old Dallas or Black won, so there you go. What's this? Oh. I know, I'm touching your foot. You hate it. Jacob and Solo are making out in the back. I mean, fighting. I'm so glad that he is deciding that he needs to be an angry person. It's weird. He's all gas and no brakes, man. He's like, let me wipe off my spit from my face. I spit all over you. You're gross, buddy. Hassan trails in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there. Are you ready for Backlash St. Louis on Peacock? You're and Netflix tomorrow night. Yeah, totally. Just ready for it, Hassan. Totally ready. Not really, but whatever. It's fine. Oh my goodness. You would think it would be the end of the thing. Los Garza, which is Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. They didn't like to use Humberto's name. Then you got Andrade and Rey Fenix on the other side, I guess. Let's see. Piccolo's like Garza looking different, bleaching the hair, adding facial hair. He's Team U Shield Seth. Just missing a skunk streak, right? Yeah, basically. Weirdo. Yeah. Robbie's like, Wellington getting the special treatment. How nice. He gets a haircut about every 6 weeks, Robbie. He always gets a haircut. It's good to take little dogs in for that stuff because he has to be groomed. And I don't want his hair to get all unruly and get all matted and stuff. So he gets baths and stuff and gets his hair cut off every 6 weeks. Gets his nails trimmed up, whatnot. So he can, be a good boy. He's a pretty good boy. But I've always done it with small dogs. Especially, like, ones that have to have grooming like that. I bet she was full of surprises. She looks like she was full of surprises. Woo! Scary surprises. Scary surprises! Not Grandma being full of scary surprises. Always hot. Blah, blah, blah. Rob is like, no bloodline anymore. Whoop, whoop. And Pickle says ROH has some event on. I had watched their live pre-show earlier. Well, I guess I gotta do something, I don't know why or what, but whatever. Pickle says a weird thing. TK never advertised it. Why would he? He hates them. Robbie says, never understood how vegans or vegetarians eat nut roast. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Nut roast? What? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you even mean by that? Seriously. Robbie's like, that's what it's called, nut roast. That sounds creepy. What's it made out of? Nuts? Like, how? What? I agree. Good. I'm glad you guys beat him up. I feel like that is only a couple of lives would do that. Would take advantage of guys who were injured and hurt. And then celebrate that they won because they were. It's, you guys are lame. Pico says, so this is their chance to shine, I guess. No Cena, no Cody, no Roman. Yeah, that's it. This is their time. They've got some Andrade. I wonder if this is why Char wanted to leave so quickly. Because her ex was there. Run away! Piccolo says, oh, by the way, I think another YouTube channel was dissing on SmackDown and the writing because this bland shit is scripted by dumb road dog. I mean, hey, if that's how it is, that's how it is, I guess. I don't know. It's all kind of like blah anymore. Oh, Rey Fenix is coming out. Everybody get excited. That looks disgusting. So, it's like a fruitcake. That looks gross, Robbie. Absolutely putrid. Pickle is like, Ray. Robbie's like, it looks like a fruitcake but made with vegetables. Yeah, that looks nasty. Yeah, you see the way he's making. No, I did not look at how it was made. I didn't open the video or watch said video because I will be completely grossed out and I don't want to see it. So, no. So, yeah, absolutely not. Oh, Rey Fenix has so many problems with his back that he got attacked by a octopus with all of its 8 arms. Suckered onto him. It was a horrific accident, it looks like. Good God. Oh, that was a botch of fucking Rama shit. He's like, oh, you weren't ready. Here, let me pretend to get you for a second. Excuse me. I have a cat on my lap and it's annoying. Not the red alert. Anyways, we are watching another tag team, but with a whole bunch of singles wrestlers. Oh, wait. There's only singles wrestlers on one side. The other side is an actual tag team. But don't worry, the actual tag team will lose this because it's Andrade and Rey Fenix. And Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza are in the suck-ass category according to WWE. So they lose all the time because they're assholes at that place. Cool, man. Robbie's like, it's not gross or anything. It's just an odd thing to call it a nut roast. Sure. should it be a nut loaf instead? And Piccolo says, God, what a vivid memory when Andrade fought Cody in AEW. And like Mrs. Rhodes soaked the hit out of the table with lighter fluid. Yes, the shit out of the table with the lighter fluid. And it started it on fire! Piccolo says, remember Cody's back was singed for a second? Yeah, like a tiny second. He was like, it burned for a second. Probably all the hair that was left that he didn't get all the peach fuzz was completely annihilated. Ooh, gift guides for Mom Day, huh? Oh, Lord. Right. Feels like I called her Mrs. Rhodes because I forgot Brandy. That's funny. Feels like, oh, it's been so long since she's been on TV. Dude, she was just on TV, like, when Cody lost his title. No shit. She was on TV. How gay is that? It's not Mr. Miyagi. That's Jackie Chan, not Mr. Miyagi. Feels like I'm totally going to see that in the theaters. Hope it's not lame like the one with Jaden Smith in it. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be a little bit better. I mean, it does have Ralph Macchio in it, so I don't know. I'm guessing that if you liked him in Cobra Kai, I mean, it's probably going to be the same type of character. So I highly doubt it'll be too different. And don't ask me because I haven't seen him in Cobra Kai. I'm just assuming you've seen Cobra Kai, and so. Feels like I stopped after season 4. Well, that's a lot of seasons to get through. That's not very many. That's not very many to snub your nose at. How many have they done? 5, 6? I don't know what they're on. I haven't seen any of them, so I have no idea. Phil says, but yeah, it was great if you're into that stuff. Yeah, and this is a movie, so it'd be shorter, so I don't know. It's hard because they always show all the highlight shit in the trailers anymore. And so you might as well almost don't even need to go see the movies anymore because they just show you all the good stuff in the trailers to make you think you're going to watch it. And then more than half the movie, 3/4 of the movie is garbage. And like there's, you know, the parts you're like, oh, this is cool. I remember seeing this part. And it's like maybe 1/4 of the whole movie. People says 6, I feel. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I really don't know. But I know there's quite a few of them, and I don't think they expected to make that many. And I think people are just waiting for it to be canceled because that's Netflix's MO. So I'm surprised it's lasted 6 seasons without being completely, like, gone kind of thing. This match is still going on, by the way. This Prompto tag match between Andrade and Rey Fenix and Garza and Humberto. Oh, Rey Fenix is out there showing off how supposed good he is, I guess. So. Oh, send that message. There it is. We knew it was going to happen. Andrade got the pin on Humberto. We knew he was going to get pinned. It was either going to be him or Angel Garza. So. Yeah, some chemistry, all right. Yeah, how much did it set you back? Oh, don't touch me. Ooh, Humberto fought back. Piccolo says that's cool. You think maybe Trips won't have them tag together and do something stupid like brother versus brother? Fuck if I know. I have no idea what's happening with Rey Fenix and his bro. Angel Garza's like, look at me, I have a ponytail, you know, weird handlebar mustache. I'm a cholo. He looks like a dork. That's great. Oh, so much pressure. It's so on. Feels like, nah, what am I thinking? He'd never do something stupid at a WrestleMania like that. Yeah, never. Oh, yeah, because that Women's Intercontinental Championship is so worth it to Becky. So that Backlash in St. Louis is happening on Backlash. Women's Intercontinental Championship. Then that United States Championship Fatal 4-Way, because not one but 3 other men have to be involved. Yeah, so you've got the champion against Drew Mack and LA Knight and that Damian Priest dude. So lame. By the way, that pay-per-view starts at 7 Eastern time tomorrow. And the Intercontinental Championship against Dominik Mysterio and Penta, his brother we just watched. People's like Dirty Dom going to be the greatest IC champion of all times, right? And then, of course, they have Cena versus Randy Orton at the Undisputed WWE Championship, I guess. So there's that. Yeah, that's happening tomorrow at Backlash. So there you go. I missed probably a couple women's matches because I wasn't looking up at the time that they showed it. I didn't realize that they were doing it. Oh, good. So the last part of this is John Cena yakking. Great. Nice. That means I am not listening. If you guys want to know what he says, you're going to have to figure it out for your fucking selves. Because I'm not listening to the dumbass talk. Thanks, Kat. I don't know. I never really have liked him. Like, as a wrestler. Like, I don't care about other stuff. Just at wrestling, I'm not a fan of it.
Good shit.
I don't know. Is it though? Is it good? Robbie's like, LOD, you can't be asked. Why can't I be asked? Ruff, ruff, Wellington. Bark, bark. Oh, Robbie's like, cause you don't like it at the nest of times. Nobody likes nest. Sounds stupid. Don't show the fear. Oh, man. Oh, no. Not this case. Oh, it's going to be creepy. Was there last? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Why was it there last? No. Why? The Conjuring last rites. They're like, let's put all the scary movies out in the summertime. Weirdos. Robbie's like, best match of the night, Pat versus Gunther, 30-minute match. Ooh. Feels like, yeah, I'm skipping the segment. Yeah, I don't want to listen to him talk. Like, it's just like, ugh. I want to leave, too. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Peel's like, just watching the NBA playoff game. Ooh. Peel's a scary movie. Just in time for Mother's Day. Like, 2 of them, dude. Like, the movie stuff that I saw, 2 scary movies. One was Rosario, was the first one that they showed tonight during this. And the second one is that The Conjuring Last Rites. So they've literally had 2 scary fucking movies on. Weirdos. Riley's like Cena flapping his gums. What joyous time to unplug your earphones. Yeah, I took mine off, dude. I'm not listening to a shit. Like, in fact, I think I'm going to turn it off completely. He's like, don't play the music. Oh, he's got that guy coming up talking again. Yeah, I don't care. So I want to make sure my thing's turned off all the way. Oh, Pickle's like, oh, and don't forget the Final Destination Bloodlines. True, but did they advertise it tonight? They advertised like 2 scary movies that I saw. They might have advertised a different one, but I wasn't really paying that much attention. Let's see. People's like, oh, and don't forget the. Oh, yeah, I read that. Robbie says, oh, what a classic film. Which one, Robbie? Which one are you talking about? Final Destination? Did somebody throw a beer bottle? No, seriously, I wasn't watching. Did somebody actually throw a beer bottle? Did that happen? He like had a beer thing down there. Did somebody throw it at him? Or just throw it in the ring? That person's probably going to be taken out by... I don't know, Picola. I wasn't watching. I was looking down at my phone. I wasn't paying attention. because I wasn't paying attention. Why would I pay attention? So, I don't know. I can't rewind it, so I have no idea. So, I had looked up to see why he was pointing, and I was turning off my earbuds so I don't have to listen to him yak. And having his hat like that with a shadow on his eyes make his eyes look so old. He probably shouldn't do that. And then I was looking down at my phone and looking at something else. Oops. And then I was seeing if you guys said anything, and then I looked up, and he was picking up a metal Michelob Light bottle thing off the ring floor. So I don't know if somebody threw it into the ring or what. I have no idea what happened. So it'd be funny if they did. Hilarious. Oh, let's see. Chris is now back in the chat for a second. Ravi had said, yeah, the close-ups in that film are mad. Final Destination? Sure. Chris says, Cena, you said you and Randy final match was at Hell in a Cell in 14. Lies, Chris. All lies. Bill says, LOL, he keeps talking BS about childhood. Yeah, I don't know. It's lame. Feels like, Cena calling RKO a Nepo baby. Right. Now, my question is that I don't know anything about Randy Orton's dad, so I have no idea. But here is my question, because Travis isn't here to answer it, so you guys are going to have to. My question is that, are they still considered a Nepo baby if they have outstripped what their parent did? Because I would consider a Nepo baby somebody who will probably never, ever become greater than their parent or grandparent or whoever, right? That's how I would see a Nepo baby. I would look at a Nepo baby as somebody who would never have any of that. They would just never have that ability. So I don't know. Is Randy Orton really a Nepo baby? Does has his career, been better and outstripped his father's era? What his father's career was? Kind of thing, because I look at Nepo baby like Dominik Mysterio is definitely a Nepo baby. Like, there's no way in hell, no matter how long he stays in the industry, that he could ever surpass Rey Mysterio. Like, never. Like, absolutely just never. He would never be able to surpass that. Charlotte Flair, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Charlotte. She's, what she is, but she is a Nepo baby. and there's no way, no matter how many times she wins a championship, no matter how many times she tries to not be a Flair and tries to be a Flair and pretends it doesn't, whatever, she will never really surpass her dad in how household name wise those people are, right? So I personally, my opinion about it is that I don't see Randy Orton as a Nepo baby because I don't know about his dad. So I don't, right? And I've only been really watching wrestling for, it'll be 6 years in August, that I've actually sat down in a chair and watched almost every single episode and pay-per-view for years, right? And stuff. So yeah, so I'm kind of curious about that. Chris says, yeah, they built that Hell in a Cell match as the end of their feud, so why are they doing again, going back on their word? Well, let's put it this way. I look at it like this. I feel like John Cena is being whatever character he's being, of living in the past. So when you live in the past, you never really let go of that stuff and can never grow away from it. So you constantly have to bring it up. You constantly talk about it. You constantly never let it go. I mean, he talks about his past constantly anymore and stuff like that. And I get it. He's supposedly retiring. This is his last run, supposedly, right? Who knows if that's really true. I feel like it's just a big farce. You know, a farce in the wind, basically. So I'm just kind of kind of curious that way, I guess you could say. Let's see. Chris said, you're not a Nepo baby if you're better than your parents. I mean, so that's how I would look at it, right? Like that kind of stuff. So, kind of thing. So, they're trying to say that this is Randy Orton getting him from behind. Uh-huh. Sure. Wow. Gay. Like, I'm not even listening to what's happening in this. Whatever this is the dumbest shit I think I've ever seen them try to do. It's like, wow, fucking retarded. I mean, there's the real guy. We knew he was the real guy. That guy was tiny as fuck. Thought I was going to throw up on him for a second. Anyways, Chris says Char might still be Nepo baby unless she beats Rick Truck. Now, I don't feel that way, Chris. I don't think that her winning more championships makes her not one. And the reason why is because all of her championships have no girth to them. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So, like, all of her championships that she's had literally have been for a few months, a week, a day. They get turned over so quickly. She's not a long-term champion where her father kept championships for long periods of time, right? So I feel like that isn't a plus for her to have as many quote-unquote championship holdings because they mean nothing, right? Peel says, oh yeah, he completely obliterated his father's career. Cowboy Bob was noted as a guy with an arm cast and he would beat folks with it. Okay. So granted, Cody, we could probably almost consider Cody a Nepo baby because he hasn't really surpassed his dad in the sense of what he's achieved, where his career has gone over the years, and it's coming. I feel like he has more time to get past that and maybe be as popular as his dad, like, so be in that same kind of realm, but I still feel like, his dad is always going to be just higher up because of his reputation and his career and how it's gone. For me, that's how I see it. Chris says, well, Randy's dad's greatest achievement is participating in WrestleMania 1 main event, not as a wrestler, but as a manager in Paul Orndorff and Piper's Corner. Piccolo says she's a champ for a good time. Right, Piccolo? I mean, seriously, she's like a one-night stand, right? I mean, it sounds so terrible, but she really is. She's literally like a fucking champion and is a one-night stand champion. And it's so sad to say that because, like I said, it's like her championships that she's had in health have like absolutely no girth to them. Like there's just no filler. There's nothing to them. So, oh, I'm a 12-time champion. Yeah, but how long did you hold each of those championships? Like, how long did her dad hold each of those championships? Now, maybe he might have, like, had a time where, I mean, Travis, I think, has mentioned it once where he lost it and got it back, like, the next night, but they didn't really count it or something, or some weird shit or something. So, you know, I mean, now, granted, you know, that's a one-time thing. So how many of his other championships that he held was like that? Was it all of them were like that, or was it just that one time and, you know, maybe a couple others, but most of the time he had the championship for a couple years or, you know, or longer than that even, you know, 4 years and, you know, so that's kind of why I guess Nepo baby stuff. Chris says, yeah, really Dusty was head booker in WCW, Cody VPAW, both world champs. Yeah, Cody is still a Nepo baby. I mean, you know, and I'm not saying that he can't. I don't think he'll ever surpass his dad. I think it's because his dad, how his dad built his career and what he became. He became a different type of legend, if that makes sense. Where Cody will be one, but he won't ever be surpassing his dad in that sense. He'll even out with him possibly and be maybe on that level, you know, but it's going to take more years, you know, it's going to take a little bit longer than where he's at. Chris says, yeah, Rick lost the title in Puerto Rico, then got it back. Yeah, that's the one I think Travis talks about, like over the weekend or some shit. Like, and it never got like publicized or something of that nature. Because like back in the day, Ric Flair was defending it in territories, which is way more impressive to me. Well, that's what I mean. Like, so he's taking his championship, this big championship on the road and, you know, defending it in all these different areas and stuff like that. But it was also a long-term thing too, right? Like it wasn't like, oh, he had it for a month and then he lost it and then he got it back 6 months later. And you know what I'm saying? Like, Charlotte's career is so much different. And I get it, you know, it's hard. She, you know, really wasn't into it early on and she wasn't really pushed into something early on, even though she was Ric Flair's daughter, you know, and stuff like that. She wasn't like a thing for a long time, you know, and even though she is Ric Flair's daughter, like, at first she just wasn't that. She was just, you know, Ashley. You know what I mean? And all that stuff has happened probably maybe within the last 10 years of her career, where it's very, like, you know, adamant about her trying to get as many fucking titles as she can. But I don't understand why having more is better than having one a long time. Like, I would feel that a champion that has a title for a long period of time shows their character and whatever they're supposed to be or portrayed is better looking in their career than, I had this title and that title 7 times and it's like, well, how long did you hold each one? Oh, well, you know, I had 7 titles in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, like, how is that good? Anyways, I don't know. Anyways, I kept you guys long enough. It's after 9 o'clock and stuff, and I'm ready to go myself, and it's a Friday night. You guys should be out partying and all that fun crap, not hanging out with my dumb ass. All right, guys. So tomorrow is the pay-per-view for WWE. As hopefully you know, it is Backlash. They are going to have some matches. I don't know how good they're going to be. We'll be here for it, of course. It starts 7 Eastern time for everybody, if you care. I know it's a Saturday night. People got other things to do. So do we, but we're going to be here. So if you want to join us, join us. If not, that's cool. I understand. But I'm going to sign off for tonight. Thank you again, guys, for hanging out with me while Travis was out helping his daughter and doing some other things. I really do appreciate it. So, you guys have a fantastical rest of your evening. Okay? I'm out. Okay. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye, everybody. Oh, Chris will say, yeah, like for me, that's why, to me, Punk is better than Roman because Punk held it 434 days. Sure, Roman had blue title for 1,000 plus days and only combined WWE title for 420 days. Not as long as Punk. LOL. Right. Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, I get it to a certain degree, and it's different times, right, of when each of them had it and stuff, and I mean, whatever the volatility was during each of the times that they were in wrestling and what their competition was like and stuff, like, Roman basically didn't have any competition, so it was just kind of, you know, here's the title I gave for you, and there was no more there was nothing else to it, right? They didn't have, I mean, there was just nobody coming after it, so his title reign was long but boring, you could say, right? So he wasn't around a lot, which is fine. I mean, I get where Travis comes from. You don't want to see your champion every single fucking night because it's lame. It gets old, and even if they're good guys or whatever, you just don't want to see them all the time. But I'm going to say bye for real this time. All right, everybody. Have a great night. If you join us tomorrow night, that's great, but we'll be here. All right. Have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for watching Wrestling.